Taylor Guitars is expanding the lineup of its newest body shape, the Grand Pacific, with a new model, the 327E. We're excited. We're going to tell you all about it. Stay tuned. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee here with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. So as I said, Taylor has come out with a new model of Grand Pacific guitars. Now, if you are unfamiliar with the Grand Pacific, it is a new body shape and a new sound that Taylor introduced at the beginning of 2019. This is the round-shouldered dreadnought Grand Pacific. Now, as we have said in previous videos, this was actually the first body shape that Andy Powers designed with the V-Class bracing. Of course, we know that the Grand Auditoriums were the ones that originally were introduced with the V-Class bracing in order to really introduce this radical departure from X bracing to the public. But then they came back this year with the Grand Pacific body. And it really is not just a new body shape, but a new sound for Taylor guitars. This round-shouldered dreadnought gives you a rounder tone with more warmth and kind of a broad note where the notes blend together as compared to Taylor's more modern sound that's available in most of its other body shapes. Now, I'm not going to belabor that too much because we've done a lot of reviews on the Grand Pacific body, particularly at its introduction. So I'm going to link that right up there if you'd like to learn more about this body shape and the sound that's accompanying with it. But that particular sound, this round, broad, warm tone that's available on these guitars, is heightened even more with this new 327E model, thanks to the tone woods. So I'm going to explain that to you as we go through all of the features and the sound that you can expect to get from this. So again, it's a Grand Pacific body, it's a round-shouldered dreadnought. The shape and silhouette of it is reminiscent of a J45 from Gibson, but it's really Taylor's lines and its curvature, and the sound that you're going to get out of it is unique to it. This particular body shape, the 327, is a combination of mahogany for the top wood, again with V-Class bracing. The back and sides are Tasmanian Blackwood, and it is all finished in a satin finish with dark binding and an edge burst to accentuate the wood grain. You have a typical Taylor ebony wing bridge going to an ebony fingerboard on the hardwood mahogany neck. You have the 300 series gemstone inlay on the fretboard and the headstock, and a 1 3/4 inch nut here at the top of the neck. Now, the 3/4 inch nut is black because it's graphite, and that's one of the telltale signs that you are holding or looking at a V-Class guitar. Now, most shops that do a lot of Taylor, like us, already pretty much have sold out of anything that was not V-Class at this point, unless it's an old used Taylor. But if you're in a larger shop that maybe has a mix of older guitars and newer guitars, that's one of the ways that you can tell, in addition to looking into the sound hole and taking a look at the label inside, which will indicate that it is a V-Class guitar and has Andy Powers' signature on it. Up at the black ebony headstock, again, the gemstone inlay, the Taylor logo, and on the back of the headstock, you have these black Taylor tuners, which are being used on all the 300 series that have hardwood tops. So a 327 here, 324, 322, and so on. The sound that you can expect to get from this is really going along with why the Grand Pacific was designed to begin with. It is very reminiscent of some vintage acoustic recordings that many of us listen to and love. The hardwood mahogany top gives you a nice, warm, punchy mid-range. It brings out a lot of the darkness that you can hear from the Tasmanian Blackwood. Overall, you have a nice controlled dynamic that warms and rounds as you dig into it further, compressing the tone and really kind of evening out all of your dynamic range on the top. It's not going to be as loud as a guitar with a Sitka Spruce top. It's not going to be as quiet. It's not going to be really as dynamic. It's all really evened out. That's going to give you a nice punchy, warm, rich, bassy tone out of the guitar. And like I said, this reminds me a lot of old recordings from old blues guys or country guys that were recorded back in the 30s and 40s. The reason that it sounds like that is that on those old recordings it was very compressed, and there was a particular warmth that we hear when we listen to vinyl. You're getting that acoustically out of this guitar. So we're going to play this for you so you can get an idea of what that sounds like, but I also am a firm believer in comparisons, because our kind of oral recollection, the sounds that we hear, is often very short. So what we're going to do is we are going to compare this 327 to a Taylor 317, which is effectively the same body shape, the same series of guitar, but instead of having the Mahogany and Tasmanian Blackwood back and sides, it's going to have Sitka Spruce and Sapele back and sides for an altogether different tone. That way you can hear for yourself through this video exactly what the difference in sound is going to be. So check it out. So there you have it, the new Taylor 327E. We've really loved this new body shape. It is something definitely unique from Taylor and shows Andy Powers putting his thumbprint really on the company, as he's now not just their builder, but also a partner in the company. The build quality is fantastic. It's typical Taylor. The feel is phenomenal. The sound is reminiscent of some of those old guitars that we love, but really without some of the problems that you might encounter with some of those old vintage guitars. Like I said, playability spot on, intonation is spot on, the volume is there, the playability is just fantastic, and I love the tone out of it. So all in all, I think this is a welcome addition, and it's a great value. US made, all solid wood, Taylor 327E Grand Pacific currently sells right at $2,099. Now that's subject to change, so make sure that you check our website if you're interested in this guitar, read all about the specs and see the photography for yourself. You can do that at the link below in our description. Now if you're new to our channel, we do news and reviews and demos and talk about all sorts of stupid stuff in regards to guitars because that's what we love. So if that's what you love, we'd like to invite you to stick around. Make sure that you subscribe, turn on notifications, like this video, and comment below. We'd like to hear from you. At the end of the day, whether you like Taylors, Martins, Gibsons, Laravees, whatever, or you have some guitar that you don't even know the name of it that someone gave you, that's the best guitar in the world if you're making music on it effectively. And that's what we want to encourage you to do. We're here to help introduce you to your new instrument possibly and encourage you to make music with it. So keep doing that. Keep watching these videos. I'll see you next time. Hey, thanks so much for watching. We hope you are enjoying our channel. You might be interested to know that Alamo Music has 2 more YouTube channels. One for piano and keyboard enthusiasts, and the other, our Alamo Music Audio Lab channel that focuses on synthesizers, drum machines, and other things with Chris Klein. So if you're interested in checking those out, down in the bottom of the description, I have links to both of those channels. We hope to see you there as well.